Hello, and welcome to Awakening with Adam. I'm your host, Adam, and today's message is encourage others. Now, some of you may be doing this already, but I think in general we can all do it a little bit more. Do your friends come to you with ideas or dreams or plans? Do your friends still dream even? Well, let me tell you something. First of all, if they're coming to you, especially if it's a dream or a way out there idea, they already know all the negative shit. They don't need you to remind them, oh, well, here's all the reasons why that won't work. They've done that already. They're looking for someone to say, you got this, bud. This is you. You can do this, and I'm excited for you. Keep me in the loop. Let me know how it goes. Do you need help? Do you need me to drive you to the skydiving place, or whatever it may be? Be encouraging. We're all just out here living life, and sometimes it can be so stale, and people can get stuck in ruts. But inspiration, God, the universe, is always talking to us. And so when you see a person, and they're talking about a topic, and their eyes are lighting up, and they're getting excited, don't be the party pooper, the one that poops at the party. Don't be that guy. Don't rain on their parade. Though parades aren't that bad in the rain, from personal experience. Marching band. Woo, nerd. Anyways, be cool. Be encouraging. It's free. It is free. Hype your friends up. Encourage other people, even if it's a stranger. I'm like, well, I always wanted to visit Italy. Fucking do it, bro. I don't know you. Go to Italy. Kind of almost sounded like a don't let the door hit you on the way out there, but hit them with some positivity, some encouragement, fuel the fire, fan the flames, alliteration game, bars. Help them to chase that inspiration, that divinely inspired idea that, think about this. They didn't just think of it when they were next to you, in most cases, unless you're like this radiant light and people get inspired around you, which could be the case. And if that's the case, this message is doubly for you, because you're going to get a lot more people coming to you with ideas, and you need to encourage them. But what has probably happened is that they had an idea and their heart fluttered for a minute, and they're like, ooh, okay, hold on a second. I like that idea. It just gave myself chills. I like where this is going. And then, of course, the logical ego mind pops in and is like, well, you don't have enough money, or you should actually use that money to save for this and blah, 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 blah. So they've already done it. They've already done the math. And they still brought it to you. So what are they looking for? Encouragement. I should put it on the screen. Encouragement. I'm not going to, though. Encouragement. Didn't plan ahead. Just letting this shit go right off the dome. Straight into your earballs. Anyway, give them some encouragement. They're coming to you. They're hoping on hope that you lift them up, build them up, be the scaffolding to this really ethereal, ephemeral idea that they have right now. Give it bones. Be like, oh, you know what? You could do that. Or, oh, I could give you a ride to the airport if you need. Or, oh, do you need me to watch your dog? That trip sounds amazing. You should definitely do that. Or if it's something that they maybe need someone to go with them, there's your opportunity. Go on a trip. Do a thing. Do a random thing. Maybe they want to go to an art class. More art in my messaging for some reason. I started drawing recently, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Support them any way that they need. Help come up with even more creative ideas that will make what they started with, their inspiration, grow. Make it real. Thoughts are things, okay? And so feed into the good thoughts. Because they're doing this action right here. They're weighing it out. Just put which way do we want to do? Is it heavier or is it a lighter idea? Whichever metaphor you want to use. Tip the scales in the favor of what they're bringing to you as their friend, or even if you're a stranger. Help them out. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I think you get the messaging here. But I think it was, if it's not, don't come for me in the comments. Leave a comment, but don't come for my throat type shit. I think it was Rumi said we're all just walking each other home, right? So let's be nice. Let's be kind. Let's encourage each other. Because you know what happens when you take that first step and you do that first inspired action? You get more. It's just like when you look for signs from God or your angels or your spirit team or whatever words you like to use. When you acknowledge the signs, acknowledge that there are no coincidences. All of this shit right here is happening for a reason. If you're still watching, it's for a reason. Keep watching if you want to. All of this is for a reason. So when you recognize that, when you recognize these messages, these signs, these synchronicities, because there are no coincidences, you get more. The universe, your angels, whoever, says, oh, they're paying attention. Well, I'm so glad. Now we can communicate. And they send you more. And the more of those you pay attention to, the more you get. And that works with all forms of inspiration. You get an idea? I keep this with me all the time. Jot it down. Write the idea down. So many times I've got an idea or an inspired thought and not had a notebook or been like, I'll remember that. He did not, in fact, remember it. So write it down. Make this a conversation you're having with God. I know we went on a bit of a tangent or orthogonal path there. But the idea is the more you communicate, recognize the communication, the more you will be inspired, the more messaging you will get. And so when you see others get their messages, it is just as important for you to encourage them. All right? That's your homework. Go encourage someone today. Even if it's a little bit out there idea. I had a phone call with my friend the other day, and he was like, you know what I feel like doing? And I'm not going to get into details. And I was like, hey, man, we've all been there. And I was like, you know what? Sure. And I was like, I was encouraging his idea, and I was like, also, there's other ways. But still in the same parallel of what the topic was. I'm not going to get into it. Stop asking. And, just encourage him. I mean, we've all made mistakes before. And I mean, the way I was looking at it is if it is going to be a mistake, that's a life lesson you're going to learn. And sometimes, we get the itch because we haven't scratched. But when you've done enough scratching, you're like, a little too much scratching. Not going to do it next time. It's all one big game. It's a bunch of different lessons just so that you get better at the game. All right, everybody. Be the cool guy or girl or whatever you are. All right? Be the coolest version. Hype people up. Encourage them. Do something nice. Tip your waiters. And if you're feeling extra kind, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment on this video if there's something that you encouraged someone else to do recently that you are proud of. They often say, maybe it was Buddha or someone was saying, like, do your good deeds and then throw them in the well. Maybe it was Jesus, I don't know. The idea being, do something not for bragging about you did something kind, but do something kind for the sake of doing it. But if God allows, sounds like I got a yes, comment down below. I want to hype you up for hyping someone else up or doing something nice for someone, okay? All right, y'all. That's about all the message I got for you today. I hope it's nice, sunny, breezy where you're at. I hope you do something fun. After this video, if you got to the very end, do me a favor, sit for 30 seconds. I'll do a little prayer after I stop this recording. And if you sit, do some deep breathing for 30 seconds, you'll get a message just for you. A little inspiration for you for sticking through to the end. All right, y'all? Start that deep breathing right now.